Devin Haney next. Fuck Devin Haney and Bill Haney. Pussies.
I've been looking for you. Don't free pass me. There he is. There he is, Lil Richard Richardson.
Devin,
Yo,
word of my dad,
word of my
baby
dad when they
concert.
fight this nigga getting
This
broke up.
nigga,
Word of
you're
my dad,
trash.
are you gonna post this?
You're
Are you gonna
trash.
post this?
Devin,
No,
you
you're not.
trash.
You're not gonna post
Devin,
this.
I had you
He can only say the same thing.
Man, B3PCV, we back again. Y'all tap the like button on the way in, follow the page, help the channel grow. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. We definitely working. I'm gonna get the color schemes right. I don't think that color scheme go with this photo background, so we're gonna make some adjustments. Um, Let me drop the link. Marky Dan, good morning, good sir. How you feeling today?
Well, it's afternoon where I'm at, so good afternoon. God bless you, my brother B3 Picks. Hope you're doing great today. I don't know if it's gonna touch you, but I seen that up there in like the Northeast, they getting ready for a blizzard. I think I saw that it was gonna go as far as DC. So I just pray you safe out there, my brother. Um, yeah, I don't never deal with cold. I don't ever want to
Now,
deal with cold. So
typically
God
the
bless anybody that's going through that's dealing with that. Because my sister live up there in New York, so I pray that she's safe today.
absolutely me as well. Um, It looks like we are projected to get snow Thursday and Friday of this week. We got a little bit over the weekend. I'm in Virginia, which is right under Maryland and DC. So um prayers out to everybody and hopefully, y'all stay safe and stay happy and healthy, right? That's the goal. Now, Mark, man, let's get it up. Let's pivot. Let's get to it. Hold on, let me get our colors right. Hold on, Marky back in here. Hold on, y'all. Marky,
Yeah,
you
my
back
bad.
with us?
Yeah, the StreamYard
Nice.
app had you chopping up, but you're good now.
Okay, cool. Now let's cook a little bit. Mark, talk about the Ryan versus Barrios fight. Were you impressed with Ryan's performance? And then Devin and Shakur are concerned that Ryan does look like he's been juicing in their eyes, that he has some form of enhanced abilities based on whatever cycle he did prior to VADA testing being implemented. Talk about Ryan's performance and if you were Devin or Shakur going into a Ryan fight, would you want strict and stringent testing?
I think it should be strict and stringent testing anytime you on the highest level, which Ryan Garcia is.
Mhm.
I didn't really do too much studying into that, whole. I heard some people say that it was no testing for this camp. I heard some people say that it just wasn't random testing for that. So I don't know. I don't know if the man is juicing or not. I'll say this: he has a history of juicing. He was caught for juicing and was suspended a year. Had a win turned to a no contest. He was a part of Eddie Reynoso's camp where they've had at least 6, 7 different people pop for having different substances in their system. So it wouldn't surprise me or shock me at all
Yeah, you went
whatsoever.
out
If
on me, Marky. I can't hear you no more. Can you
you
hear
can't
me?
hear me, you can't. Sheldon Moore,
Hold on,
can
let
you
me
hear me?
refresh. Mr. Moore just came in
I
too.
can hear
Y'all, if
you,
y'all in here,
brother.
tap the like button
I
for us.
can
Help
hear
us
you,
grow.
brother.
Tap the like. I can't hear Mr. Moore. Let me refresh.
No, but
I
yeah, I
can
was
hear
just
you, brother.
saying. Yeah. I'll let you go afterwards, Shelton. Moore. I was just saying, it wouldn't shock me if that man was juicing. He has a history of doing it. He has the team he used to be with has an extensive history of juicing and popping dirty. But I'll just say this: I don't know if the man was juicing. I'm not a lab expert or none of that. I haven't, observed this man's urine or done any tests. So I'll just say it was an impressive performance. Now, it was against a dude that probably belongs in a man camp. You know what I'm saying? It's a dude who probably should be looking for a career as a gardener or as a truck driver. Mario Barrios,
Wow.
he's a rinky dink. Nah. I mean, respectfully, he a rinky dink. Like he's a hard worker. Like that's that. I think that's what all you could really say about Mario Barrios. He worked real hard to go in there and get beat and look like trash. I
Man,
mean,
listen. Hold
but
on, hold
so
on, hold
hey,
on. Hold
no.
on,
But
Mark.
let me finish what I'm saying. But salute to Mario Barrios. I mean, this is fourth time headlining a pay per view as a rinky dink man camp laborer. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's where that should be his only aspiration in life. And he headlined 4 different pay-per-views, B3. So you gotta salute that man. He lived up to his potential.
Marky,
But
hold on, hold on,
Ryan
hold on. Let me just
Garcia,
say this because you said all of that. Let me just say this real quick and shout out to Mr. Moore pulling up. It's disingenuous and a little bit disrespectful because Mario Barrios is actually a pretty damn good boxer, and what he's been able to accomplish in the sport, not competing with a Keith Thurman and a Tank Davis, all these guys he's competed with, he has to have a level of skill, and we have to put a respect on what he can do. Now, did he let us down over the weekend? Yes, but I got
he
to bring
also let
Mr.
us down
Moore in.
against Pacquiao, a 46-year-old man, excuse me.
Right, right, he did it. Now, Mr. Moore, talk to us about the Ryan and Mario Barrios fight. What did you see, and did Mario let you down a little bit?
Ryan Garcia is nothing to me. If Shakur Stevenson can't beat this bum, he will stay out of the United States for 30 days.
You gonna denaturalize him for 30 days? You can get the F on up out of here. Go find somewhere else to call your home. If you get beat by Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia is nothing to me. He is trash. I don't care who he beats. I don't care what he does. I mean, all bullshit aside, though, you talking about Shakur or somebody that ill Keyshawn, he not beating them type of guys. I mean, he could beat Mario Barrios because basically he was just too fast for Mario. He was too fast. Everything Barrios tried, Ryan was better at it, and Ryan was faster at it. Now, was he juicing? I don't know. I didn't see him stick no needle in his ass, so I don't know. But I do know that what I saw Saturday night will not beat a Shakur Stevenson, will not beat a Keyshawn Davis. I
Can it
get
be the
Devin Haney
Devin
because he
Haney?
already whooped Devin Haney's ass. He already whooped his ass, so probably.
Devin said he not fighting him
So,
no more.
we have to
He
see.
said that fight is off the table because Ryan came out and
Okay,
he needs
then
six
we'll
to
never
Man,
eight
know.
months of testing.
I ain't gonna
Then
lie,
we'll,
that's some punk stuff
hey,
from Dev,
hey,
bro.
B3, hold
Fuck
on,
that
slow
man.
down. Slow down, B3. If Devin said, hold on, if Devin said he's not fighting him again, then we'll never know. All we do know is that when they did fight on 420
He cheated.
2024,
He
that
he cheated.
Devin got his ass whooped. That's what we do know.
He
We know
cheated,
Cheated
the
or not,
bro.
James
he
got
still got
cheated.
his ass
Let
whooped.
me. I got you,
Cheated or
Mr.
not,
Moore. Let me bring in
that,
Ja.
yeah, cheating doesn't take the
Hey,
ass
salute
whooping
to my
off your
guy Ja.
ass.
Glad to
Your
see
ass
you
still
here
got
with us,
whooped.
my brother. Salute to my guy Ja.
What up?
Ja, Ja.
Salute to all the
What's good, Ja? And shout out to Coach Eddie pulling up. Ja, let me bring you in on this real quick. Did you get a chance to see the Ryan fight? What did you see in Ryan? And Shakur and Devin are concerned that Ryan is still on juice. Do you have that same concern? Uh, and would you want him to have strict testing going into a Haney rematch?
I mean, them saying that they concerned he's still on juice sound like some soft stuff to me. Just get him
Mm,
tested. Just get him tested when y'all make the fight. I don't want to hear that. Like, oh, he might still cause he knocked fucking Barrios up cause he got that power. He knocked him out.
yeah.
Well, he dropped him through his guard. Cause Ryan got that type, but he just a doofus. Like mentally, Ryan just a doofus, but like athletically, and he got the skills of a boxer. He been fighting since he was a kid, and he athletically gifted. Um, with him and Keyshawn, it'd be a good fight. But like, what could Shakur and Keyshawn do with Ryan? Like, I would favor them in the fight, but like, look what how Tank when he beat Ryan. They got to be able to do that same type of stuff, or the way Tank fought Barrios. Like Ryan, big
That's
as
the
shit.
only reason you're here to bring up Tank. I knew it, man. I knew it.
No,
Go ahead,
what?
brother.
That's crazy. And but since you brought up Tank though,
Oh, but that's
now
relevant, Coach
now
Eddie.
we now we can see Floyd Mayweather fight Tank now. Oh, I'm excited about that shit.
No. Let's leave
Hell
Tank alone.
yeah.
Let's leave Tank
That's
out
that's
of
You
it.
a
know what?
50
You know
that's a
what,
Please
Ja?
don't
That will
fifty-fifty
bring up
actually
fight.
that will
Tank.
actually be the perfect fight. You got a Zionist against a Muslim. I love it. Make that happen.
Floyd not Zionist.
Okay. Y'all got it.
That
Biggest raccoon there is walking this earth. Go ahead.
He might be raccoon, but he ain't no
Yeah,
Zionist.
raccoon for Zionists. Go ahead.
But that fight'd be great, cause like Floyd, he really bigger than Tank, but he old. So that's a fair matchup. Like they keep talking about Floyd fighting Bud. Like, get that bullshit out of here. Like Floyd fight Tank though. Fight Shakur, fight all them young niggas. Fight they ass. I wanna see all of them fight Floyd. Especially
With you on
Tank.
that, Ja. If my audio coming through, let me bring in Coach Eddie. Coach Eddie, talk to us, and then Freedom pulled up on us. Listen, we got a full house. Hey, I'm out right now, so I may not be able to hear y'all. Coach, talk to us about the fight, man. What you think about Ryan' performance?
Yeah, man. I was wrong, man. I thought that Mario was gonna make it more of a fight than that, man. It was a one-sided, it was a landslide victory, man. Now, as far as Devin Haney does want
Hold
their fight,
hold on, Coach. Hold on, Coach. Should Ryan have got a stoppage?
yeah, he probably should have. He should have stopped him. But
Barrios only got stopped like one time.
I'm gonna say this: as far as Bill Haney, they do want their fight. I just got off a live with Bill Haney probably like about an hour ago. He came on the live and said that's the fight that they're actively pursuing is the Ryan Garcia fight. This is coming straight from Bill Haney. So
Yeah,
all that other
because
stuff
he
they were
because he can
talking,
get him because they can put him in testing immediately, Coach. That's why.
yeah. So that's
That's
But
why
it,
what
they wanted him.
that's the play right there. Now as far as Shakur trying to fight Ryan Garcia, that fight ain't gonna happen, man. Both
but
guys are
if
going to accuse each other of
but you
ducking each
also got
other.
to remember Rolly out there too, Coach. You know what I'm saying? They might want to do the
Yeah, yeah.
rematch for Rolly before
Nah, they
they
not. That
go
ain't a
Man,
big
put
one.
some
after Devin
respect
Haney.
on Ryan name when it kind of making these fights happen though. Ryan
What you
with it.
said?
Ryan ain't bluffing fighting
Oh yeah, we
Shakur.
deserve that.
Shakur, I'm tell you why that fight ain't gonna happen. Because Golden Boy is gonna tell Ryan Garcia, "You're the A side. We're not doing no freaking weight stipulation." You got to
Wasn't this
remember,
his last fight with Golden Boy?
Oscar Della, do what?
Yeah,
It
wasn't this
may
Oscar
his
Della,
be his
last fight
last
with Golden
fight.
Boy B3?
Nah, that's not confirmed. No, he just won a
nah,
title,
no, he's
so
still
he
with
probably
him.
got an
Golden Boy
extension.
he's still
Nah,
with
Coach
Golden Boy.
Eddie, he won
Okay,
that
okay.
title. This was people were saying this was his last fight, but y'all know how these contracts work, and he's probably extended now. He's champion.
That's what I'm saying. So Oscar De La Hoya is not going to let Ryan Garcia come in at any catch weight. It's all or nothing. Shakur, if you want to fight, if you want a 147, come all the way up. If not, keep it pushing. We got options. We don't need you. Ryan Garcia don't need Shakur.
Oh
The
yeah,
fight to be made,
Oscar's gonna
the
flex his
fight to
A
be
side
made to
every chance he gets.
Shakur
Devin
need to
Haney and
jump on
Shakur.
Gary Russell.
Yeah, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. That's the fight to be made in the welterweight division.
Is that the biggest fight for them right now, or you got somebody else, Coach? I
Nah,
can't
that's
hear
that's it.
free talking.
Nah, that's a big for 147. That's a big fight right there. That's a fight people want to see. It's gonna get a lot of traction. It's not Shakur. Shakur wants to put out shrink the man down, make him come in there to catch weight. Nah, Shakur, you got work. You got work at 140. Go down there and clean that division up. Go unify. Go become an undisputed at 140. Stay out. If you don't want to fight welterweight, stay out. Stay out. No way. Don't come up here. It is what it is. This is a full weight class at 147. No rehydration clauses. No catch weights. None of that. It's all or nothing.
Yeah, go fight your brother.
No, we ain't doing all that. Keyshawn maybe should get the Gary Antoine fight. They could do it in DC.
Yeah, Keyshawn will
Shoot,
beat
that'd be
Keyshawn will
fire.
beat Gary. He'll beat Gary.
I think so as
Let's
well.
bring in D Free. Talk to me, D Free. I can't hear you. How you doing this morning? Talk
What's
to me,
good?
Free.
What's good? What's going on? Hey, hey,
Can
hey,
y'all
I
hear
Coach
saw
Free?
you.
Eddie.
Can
I
you hear
saw
Free,
you in
Mark?
that corner, D Free. I saw you in that corner this Saturday, D Free.
Huh?
I saw
You
you in
got
the. I saw
Shakur
you in
beating
Gary's
Gary too,
corner. This.
coach?
I saw you in Gary's corner, D Free.
Hey,
Man, I don't
you,
probably so.
you ain't,
Gary look he ain't look good, man.
you ain't see me in nobody's corner today. I mean,
Look who he
you
was
talking about,
fighting though.
you talking about Mr. Gary Russell. You talking about Mr. Gary Russell.
Man,
Yeah.
Gary and Free look like clones. The two of
Oh no,
y'all
I'm
look
talking about
identical.
Antoine.
No,
Free. Nah,
I'm talking about Marky
that
Dan talking about I look like
family.
Mr.
That
Gary Russell.
family. Mark.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
I
he
know.
know
That's what
that.
I'm saying. They look identical. Them
He
jeans
know
look
that.
crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely
I'm gonna say
favor.
this. Hey, Coach
And
Eddie,
both of them is elite athletes. Free is an
I try
elite
to tell,
athlete.
I try to tell you about Mario Barrios. The man gives up his height. He gives up his reach advantage. But this is what I saw from Mario Barrios for the last 4 or 5 fights. Gives up the
Yeah.
height, gives up the reach. He's not gonna be hand speed.
I just thought
Um,
Ryan Garcia was gonna come
AC
in and
salute.
be a bum. That what I
no,
thought Ryan Garcia was gonna come in and be a bum, and he didn't.
no. Hey, but going back to what Josh said, he said, what can Shakur or what can Keyshawn do to Ryan Garcia? Well, if you go back and look at the Devin fight, Devin outboxed Ryan Garcia. The problem was Devin was trying to knock Ryan Garcia out. If he would have just stayed boxing Ryan Garcia, he won every round that he didn't get knocked down in. Every single round he didn't get knocked down in, he won. It just so happened he got knocked down in like 3 rounds and he got knocked down twice in 1 round. So, I mean, Ryan can be beat by Shakur or Keyshawn. I think Keyshawn has the power to make Ryan respect him. I think Shakur has the ring IQ to be able to outbox Ryan Garcia. All you got to do is punch Ryan in the mouth one good time and knock him down. His whole fight style changes up. His whole demeanor changes up. We saw that with the Rolly Romero. He didn't want to fight no more. When Rolly's knocked him out, he didn't want to fight. So Ryan can be beat by a boxer. You just got to be smart enough to stay disciplined and outbox him. You can't go in there if you're not a knockout artist. You can't go in there trying to knock Ryan out because you might get caught with that left hook. What I did notice, Ryan developed a right hand. His right hand has been on point that whole fight. His right hand was what knocked Devin down a couple of times. So Ryan has developed a right hand. A lot of people looking at the left hook. That right hand is sneaking up on a lot of people.
I think Ryan Garcia looks at Shakur like easy work. He look like he'll run. He feels like he'll run through him. I'm not saying that. That's what he's saying in his mind. Ryan
No, yeah,
Garcia, he feels like
he
he.
looking at Shakur as a smaller version of Devin Haney. He like, okay, if I was able to knock down Devin Haney, Shakur smaller than him. I know I'm gonna be able to knock him down.
What the thing
That's
the
what he's
thing
looking
about it,
at.
the danger with that fight is that if Ryan Garcia is the more active fighter and they're pushing the fight, if it goes to the scorecard, they're not gonna give it to Shakur. They're gonna give it to Ryan Garcia. If the
What I
fight
don't what
if
I
that fight is close, Shakur not gonna win. He's not gonna win a
what
close
I
fight against Ryan Garcia.
what
He's
I'm
gonna have to
nervous about
dominate him.
what I'm nervous about is we never seen Shakur chin tested. If Ryan happened to catch Shakur with a clean right hook or a clean left hook, I don't know how Shakur's gonna respond. We never seen his chin tested.
I know
So
how he's
What
gonna respond.
what if
He gonna get dropped. Probably that's probably what's gonna happen.
what if Ryan my biggest concern for Shakur, like what if Ryan keep his distance though? Like Shakur not somebody who like Keyshawn, he'd take a risk to land a shot. Shakur not gonna do that. Like Ryan could outbox Shakur if he just cause
nah,
Shakur style, he going to wait the whole time. What if Ryan
Yeah,
just
that's what
use
I'm
his
saying.
jab? What if
He
I
can
Ryan
don't,
just
I
use
don't,
outwork
his
him and he
jab?
can outbox him. He can
I
outwork him.
don't, I don't,
If
I don't think Ryan will
Uh,
outbox Shakur by saying that this. Ryan is going to have to press the action at some point because he doesn't have a better jab than
There
Shakur.
you go.
So
He,
you
he
think
doesn't.
Shakur
He
be
doesn't.
able to land on Ryan and outscore him if Ryan keeping his
No,
distance?
I'm telling
I
you,
don't
I
he's
think
think
not going to be
it
able.
ain't gonna be enough to
I
give
think
him
Shakur
the
will be
win.
able to find the correct position
They're
and the
not.
correct
They're not.
angle to hit
Ryan is
Ryan
not going to be
from
able to do
as
that
long
It
against a
ain't.
guy like Shakur. He's not
That's
going to be
my
able to do that.
question though. What Shakur gonna do? Because like when you see Ryan, when somebody doing good against Ryan, it's not the type of style that Shakur got.
What Shakur is going to do, he's going to do the same thing he did to Williams and Pater. He's going to look for the openings and counterpunch him. He's not going to give
That ain't
a,
gonna work,
a
bro.
three.
That
Williams
ain't
and
gonna work.
Zepeda
that
and
is gonna
Ryan,
work.
Yes, it
Williams
will.
he can't. You think he
I'm gonna
could
tell
do
you
the
How
why it
it
same
won't
be
work.
a
thing?
speed, coach?
I'm gonna
Hold
tell
up.
you
Especially
why
with
it won't
somebody who
work.
got the reflexes of a Shakur Stevenson.
The-
But
It
what
ain't gonna
about
work.
Ryan? What about the difference between Ryan and Zepeda though? It's a
No,
big
listen,
It's
listen,
difference.
listen, listen, listen.
because Zepeda was right there to be hit. Ryan Garcia, he hits you on the end of his punches. Most of his punches are long and looping
No,
shots.
but
And he
what
faster
I'm
Williams
and
Zepeda,
bigger.
Hold on. Williams Zepeda was right there. Williams Zepeda
listen
was
what
sitting right in the pocket with Shakur. That's why
listen
Shakur
what I'm
picked him apart.
listen what I'm
Ryan
saying.
Garcia is going to be throwing long looping shots, and if it goes to the scorecard and if it's close, Shakur ain't going to win. I'm telling you, if
I'm
it's
telling you,
I don't
close
know
on the
about that.
scorecard, he's not going to win.
Shakur
listen,
Man,
scored
Shakur,
every
card.
round.
Shakur,
He a
Hold on,
Shakur
hold on. Let
has
Free
scorecard
better.
beast.
respond and then get in, Mark.
No,
Hold on.
Shakur has better defense than anybody Ryan has faced. He has better defense. Shakur can stay at
I
bay,
disagree.
and when Ryan throws his shot and Ryan missed, Shakur is quick enough to counter shot him and get out of the way. Ryan still
No,
will
he's
have
going to get out of
to.
the way. He ain't going to counter shot. He's going to
Let
get
me
out of the
finish.
way. He ain't going to
I let
fire
you
that back,
finish.
brother.
Let me finish. I let you finish. When Shakur throw his counter shot and get out of the way, Ryan is going to have to open up to be able to land a shot. Shakur don't have to open up. He just have to make Ryan miss. He don't got to land a lot of shots. He just got to make sure Ryan don't land any shots. All he got to do is counterpunch him, use his jab. Counterpunch him, use his jab. That's all he got to do. We've seen him do it multiple times before.
All right,
The
let
difference
me
between
say something
Williams,
to Free real
No,
quick.
the
hold on.
difference
No,
How
hold
between
on. Let me get in
the
here.
difference between Williams
uh,
Zepeda and Ryan is Williams throws a
uh,
lot more shots. He throws a lot more shots. Ryan don't throw as many shots as Williams Zepeda, but he has the hand speed. But like I said, Ryan can be beat by you outboxing him. We've seen Devin do it. Devin just try
Exactly.
to
That's what I was
knock him
about to
out.
say,
no,
Free.
no, we did not see Devin beat
Yes,
him.
we
No,
did.
we
Devin
listen,
Haney won
listen.
every round in that
What?
fight. He didn't get
If you
dropped.
listen to
I agree with
what I
that. I
said,
agree with that.
So there you
Devin
go.
outboxed him. Devin tried
He
to
didn't
knock him
beat him
out.
though.
He outboxed him. Devin tried to knock him out and got caught
Mm.
every time he tried to knock him out. If Devin stayed boxing, he would have won that fight easy.
Okay, all
Easy.
right. So good. I like what you saying, but it's a difference between Devin and Shakur when it come to physical makeup. Like Devin and his height and reach compared to Ryan is different than Shakur. We've never seen Shakur face nobody like Ryan before, where we could sit here and say he gonna do that to Ryan what he did to Zepeda. Like Zepeda and Ryan is two totally different level of fighters, and we never seen Shakur fight nobody with the reach more than him and with the athleticism that Ryan got. Like what Shakur going to actually do? He not going to take no chances. He going to wait and sit back. But if the guy is bigger than you and longer than you, then he should be able to outbox you if that's your style. Unless you
Bro,
going to take some chances, like Floyd, if he was
You
fighting
so
somebody
Ryan
bigger,
Garcia.
he
So
would
Ryan
take
Garcia is
chances.
now a master boxer. He's gonna outbox Shakur Stevenson. That's what y'all are telling me. After he beat Mario Barrios,
How you going to throw logic out the window when I say
you
that?
throwing
Like
logic out the window.
Ryan, this is what I'm saying. Logically,
I think
Shakur style, he wait. He don't got the best defense. Like I feel like Tank got better defense than him. I feel like Devin defense is on the
You
same level
feel?
as Shakur. No, I'm saying the only difference is that Shakur waits. These other fighters take chances to land shots.
I
How you
think
gonna pull that
I
off
think
on
you're missing
Ryan?
what I'm.
How you gonna
There's an
wait?
I think
How
you're
you
opportunity
gonna
for
missing.
wait
Ryan to
on
get
him the
outworked.
whole fight? By
No,
Shakur?
I
Right.
think you're missing.
Outworked?
Yes, he's going out
I
jabbing.
think
If
you're
they
missing what
stay
I'm
at
saying.
long distance, Shakur's jab is going to be better than Ryan Garcia's jab. 7 times a week and
Yeah, all
twice on
right, but
Sunday.
that I don't disagree with that. My whole problem with that is like his jab could be better all day. He not going to throw the jab. He going to wait because he fighting Ryan, not Zepeda. He not going to just be carelessly throwing jabs against Ryan. Get his ass clipped. I
No,
don't get it. I don't get
no,
what y'all
Yeah,
really
listen.
you.
saying. I think y'all just
I don't think you
No,
understand what you're
I
listen,
think
saying.
listen,
y'all
listen.
just don't fuck with
John,
Ryan.
John, I think you're missing what we're saying. We're not saying he's going to win. We're saying he can win. I think that's what you're missing.
No, I'm saying
You
the same thing. I think Ryan can outbox Shakur because of the difference in their
Uh,
body makeup and the ability of
I
Ryan.
think he could win by knockout.
I
I don't
think
think he can
Shakur
outbox him.
win. I think Shakur will win if they fought. Maybe though. It's not no easy Shakur going to win.
Ryan Garcia is a master boxer, man.
Ryan not a joke. Like we talk about him when he
No,
fighting somebody elite.
he's just a juicer. He's just a juicer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just a doofus. Like, but
No,
Nah, he
he
a
can
drug
fight.
cheat.
not doofus, juicer.
No, I'm talking
Druggy.
about his fighting style. He a doofus to me. Like
He
he
that man
mostly athleticism.
that man he just pops dirty. That's all Ryan is. He just pops dirty.
They
He's a
shouldn't be
Facts.
juicer.
able to
Let
beat
Facts.
Ryan.
me say that. Hold on. Let
He
me
the
say this real
biggest
quick.
one out of
Why
all
he
of them.
didn't do that
Hold
shit
on,
with
y'all. Let me
Rolly,
jump
Josh?
in. Y'all tap the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow. We definitely building. My brother BVO in here. Listen to Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. We working, right? Somebody bless the Cash App, bless the Zelle, the PayPal, help us grow. The monetization application is in. So by the grace of God, we will be monetized. Hopefully by the end of the month, but on the application it says within a month. So we'll know soon. Uh hey, listen, hey, we on it, we grinding. Now, BVO, talk to me. I can't hear you.
What up, BB?
Pork and
Yo,
beans
what's
boy.
going on, man? How y'all brothers doing?
All right.
We building,
Good,
man.
man.
We
Good.
doing well. But talk
Salute.
about Ryan, man. What you think about his performance and Devin and Shakur's believe he's juicing. Do you agree and should they be concerned?
That nigga's juicing, man. I don't care what nobody say. That nigga's juicing, man. That nigga look juiced up. He looked like he did when he fought Devin, but was in better shape. I mean,
Right.
he a cheater. I understand people support him, but I don't support anybody that's anti-black. Remember, it's the same guy who said he wanted to dig George Floyd up and unalive him again. So if you support Ryan Garcia as a black American, you need your head kicked in, man. 'Cause that dude's weird. And I'll be honest, he had a great performance, but Mario Barnes has looked like dog crap the last 4 fights. So I mean, he got a belt, and I'm just saying it's a bad look for Mauricio, man. But I get what they doing. You know, he the first openly gay fighter to win a championship. I get it, but I don't know,
Nah,
man. I don't like
Emil
Ryan.
Griffith.
I
Emil
don't
Griffith
think
from
he
the
not the
Virgin Islands
first.
holds that title. Get it right.
Yeah, he not the first.
Emil
He had a
Griffith
major title.
From St. Croix.
He had a major title.
Emil Griffith? Yeah, he was the pound for
Oh,
pound best
oh
fighter in the
yeah.
world in 1960, 1961.
You're right. You're right. I forgot about him.
Major. Remember the
You
one
remember
gay
why you
dude?
remember why he took that man's life, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's who you
There you
talking about.
go.
Yeah, yeah, that
yeah. But
nigga.
I'm just saying, like I knew once Ryan came out as gay that he was gonna blow up even bigger. I just knew it because that's what they love now. But I've been
It
saying,
makes
like,
sense. It makes sense that he gay though.
well, he came out with a big man and said he was attracted to a big man. So I mean, I never in my life even thought like
All I
that.
can tell you, sir, is that he's gay.
Out to Henry, he did a hell of a job, man. Henry had a really good game plan. Y'all got to realize Ryan came in there with a brain for once. He actually was throwing the right hand. He forgot all about the left hand. And I don't know. I just say this, man. Ryan Garcia, F him in his whole bloodline, but good performance.
Damn.
You know, Shakur should stop
I'm
playing
just
games
glad.
to
I'm
fight
just
better.
glad he didn't spam the left hook, and now he's looked at as a more versatile fighter. Really, I mean, Coach Eddie, Mr. Show Moore. A lot of people was picking Barrios to win the fight. I was very
I don't
surprised
know
at
what
that.
they saw. I don't know what the hell they saw because all you gotta do is look at Mario Barrios. Y'all gotta remember before Ryan fought Mario Barrios, everybody was saying Mario Barrios is the weakest 147-pound champion. He's the weakest link out of all the champions. I don't know what they saw that they thought that Mario Barrios was going to win against Ryan because Mario Barrios has been giving up wins. It's just those guys that he fought didn't do enough to win. They did enough to get a draw, but they didn't do enough to win. All they had to do was win one more round. They would have won the fight. They did enough to get a draw. They didn't do enough to win.
Manny
Ryan went out
Pacquiao.
there and beat this man every round except for one round. I gave Mario Barrios the second round, and that was only because Ryan didn't really do anything in the second round. Mario Barrios threw more shots. That's the only reason why I gave Mario Barrios the second round. Other than that, Mario Barrios ain't do nothing the entire fight. Nothing at all.
They thought Barrios could win because of how doofus Ryan is. Like he good, he should win, but we don't know if we gonna get doofus Ryan or athletic Ryan. So they thought Barrios could beat him.
I don't even think Mario Barrios could have beat the Ryan that fought Rolly Romero. From what I saw from Mario Barrios, I don't think he could have beat that Ryan.
I agree.
Maybe I think that would have been a draw.
But shout out to
It
Mario
probably, it
Barrios,
probably
man.
would
He
have been
a
a
hard
draw.
worker.
It probably would have been.
Hard worker. He a
Yeah,
dot
We
that's
boy.
gotta
what I'm
put we
saying.
gotta put respect on other fighters' names besides like black fighters that we know is nice. Like Raleigh. Like he not the best fighter out of
Rolly is
everybody,
black. Rolly
but he
Cuban.
no, I'm saying like nobody don't really respect Raleigh as a fighter. They just think he just a bum. It's just the fact that he just not as good as the top elite fighters. But he like a B plus fighter though.
I
To
mean,
me,
he beat a Juice King who didn't have juice, and that guy Barroso almost put him out the ring. And he
like
probably would have lost that fight if Tony Weeks didn't step in there and save him.
if Raleigh had
That-
more grit, he'd be the Madonna of this era.
Hell
To me.
no, bro. What
And
is
you
wrong with
compare
you?
him like Madonna and Floyd, Zab Judah, all them
no,
fighters, Manny
no,
Pacquiao.
Bro,
Raleigh like
get
a
out of
Madonna to
here,
me.
Jai. You on that gas.
I'm saying you comparing the fighters of this generation, Raleigh is like
no.
the
Man,
Madonna.
Rolly might
What
be like
man?
a
What's
Rolly might be like a more special ed version of Ricardo Mayorga. That's about it.
okay,
Because Mayorga
okay.
lost a whole lot of fights, but he was
Mayorga's a
entertaining.
respectable fighter though.
Nah, Mayorga stayed getting
You
put to
not he
sleep
not
by
going
any time he touched the
he
top
he
level.
got put to sleep by top level fighters. You supposed
He
to. You
no,
supposed to
but
get your ass beat by
Mayorga,
somebody that
what I'm saying, Jai, is he was just known for his antics, for smacking Shane Mosley's wife's behind, for smoking
it,
cigarettes in people's faces. That's
if
what he
you
was
put
known for,
if
not
you put
fighting.
Mayorga and you put Mayorga in this era, he'd be top seven.
yeah, that because this
I
era,
mean, my yeah, it's a weak era. This is a
So
weak
that's all I'm
welterweight
saying.
era.
I'm adjusting to the
no, no,
era.
that's not
Raleigh's a
no,
top
no.
fighter, like for real.
You
Not
can't. You said Mayorga is
it's
a
breaking up
respectable
now.
Free,
fighter.
Hold on,
free.
It
free,
You
free.
sound
You
like
breaking up,
underwater. You
free.
underwater.
Hold on, free.
R2D2.
Hold on.
You good, free.
You said Mayoga is a respectable fighter in that
Yeah,
era. No, he was not. No, he was not. He was a C
Free went
level
out on me. Did
fighter.
he?
what
He
make
was
a
a C.
fighter not respectable though? Like
When
what's
you
Hold on,
wrong
free.
pat
with
silly on your face
what's
with your
wrong with
behind up
Mayorga?
in the air.
Who it's plenty. What about Arturo Gotti? Rest in peace. He
He
always gets
wasn't no
face.
great fighter. He was just an entertaining fighter.
What? That's crazy. All
Are
right.
you kidding me?
I'm gonna say this.
You got it after that. And you don't think Gotti was a respectable fighter, then I don't
Hell
have not
no.
all right, I don't have nothing else to say there. I don't know what it was a respectable
Hold on, man.
fighter.
Hold on. Let me get
It'll
this
never
right.
be a
Hold on.
respectable fighter then.
Hold on. Respectable, fine. Fine. But that's not what we were just talking about with Rolly. You said he a top
God
fighter.
Gotti is a top fighter in his era too.
No,
Gotti.
he was not. No, he
Yes,
was
he
not.
is.
No, he's
He
That's
not.
and
got beat. He got the
it's
hell
not
beat out of him by Genaro Hernandez.
what's
Oscar
a
De La
Who did
top
he
Hoya
beat
fight?
though?
took his boots off on him. Floyd. Jesus Christ, that's a legendary ass kicking. Like
Yeah.
the list
What?
goes on and on. Every time he fought top level guys.
Remember he fought Ward? Remember when
Who
he
else
was
did he fight? What's the name of that dude from 130
just
that
off of
Floyd
that,
stopped in
just
two
off of
rounds?
him fighting Ward alone,
No,
he a top
listen.
fighter to
A
me in
tall,
his
a tall
era.
Ricky
Gotti,
Ward, bro.
a tall Gotti was a solid fighter. He wasn't a top level fighter. He was a solid fighter. A tall
What
Gotti in today's time, a tall Gotti would be somebody like
Jose
somebody
Zapata.
somebody
Jose
like
Zapata.
I would say like what's my guy name? Sabrina Matias. He's a solid
Nah, a
now.
killer like that?
no way. That's
No, I'm
disrespectful.
saying, I'm
That's
saying, if you
disrespectful.
look at the
That's not
individual during,
disrespectful.
I'm saying, if you look at the individual
Matias and
during
Hold on,
his
hold on.
Gotti?
era,
Let free
Are you
finish. Let him
crazy?
finish.
listen,
Hold on.
listen to what I'm saying before you comment. If you looking at the individual during his era and look at Matias during his era, they are solid fighters, they're not top level fighters. They're solid fighters. That's what I'm saying. If
Matias would never be Ma-
Arturo got to
Matias
fight in the Floyd Mayweather era, he was a solid fighter. He was not top
that
level.
but but Arturo Gotti was already around before Floyd Mayweather era, first of all. And then Matias would never be in
They
a
came up at the
position.
same
Hold
time.
on, hold on. Matias would never be in a position of a Arturo Gotti.
Matias
Like,
was a
Matias was a
What are you
champion.
talking about?
hold on, y'all. Why
Matias was
can't
a
finish?
multiple
Why
time
can't land?
champion.
Why can't land,
Yeah,
yo?
man. We
Why
can't.
can't?
Because
We
you
can sing
said
together. We
dumb
can't
Why
talk
stuff.
at
y'all
the
won't
same
let me
time.
land?
Let
Let
the
me
brother land
land.
his plane.
Look. And I'm gonna say it again. Matias would never be in a position of a Toro Gotti, and I'm speaking on the fact that, but besides other things that he did, like he'd never be in a classic fight like Ward versus Gotti, and he'd never be in a position to put on a
Mm.
up and coming fighter like Floyd. That made Floyd career after that. Matias is never be in no position like that. That's so disrespectful to Gotti.
Now you
To
talking
And
say
about
him
He
Matias
couldn't
got
even.
Marcus.
two
You
He couldn't
talking
even
titles.
about
make
to
the
it.
say
Mercury.
Matias is the
Matias lost to
Gotti of
somebody
this
from
era.
Australia. He couldn't even
What?
make it to that type of fight.
Hold on, no,
No,
but hold on, Screen. No, but hold
That's
on,
so
Screen.
disrespectful to
you're
Gotti. That's
not.
all
Hold
You're
I'm
on.
not
You
even.
saying.
just switched it.
You're
You
I
gotta
acting
would
get
like
just
I'm
somebody
saying.
better than
bro.
Matias.
You acting like I'm saying Arturo Gotti is the same level of fighter as Matias. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is during his era, he was a solid level fighter. He was not top
But
level.
he was a higher level than Matias is in this
Man,
No,
era,
you
he
is
doing
what
a
I'm
no,
little
he's
No,
So
he was
boy
hold
not.
on,
not.
hold on,
punching
hold on.
No,
bag.
he
So
wasn't.
Stop
who would
it.
you who would you try to
I
refer him to? Who
I
is
bet
Gotti?
money on that one.
Who is Gotti
I
to
bet
you, Jai?
money on
Talk
he was
to us. Talk to us.
Gotti
Who
is
would you?
Matias is not nobody when I'm talking about Gotti. What are you
A
talking
two
about?
a two-time
You talking
champion is a
about
nobody.
somebody? No, Matias is a nobody when I'm talking about Gotti. When you
But no,
talking
because you
about
He
talking
won
about
two
why you
commercial
won't
belts.
let me
success
say
now.
nothing if you want to know where I'm coming from? I get where you coming from, but it's like yo, when you talk about boxing as a sport and you talking about Gotti, Matias' name will never come up. What are y'all talking about?
You're
You know
talking
what?
about
I'll
you're
I'll
talking
agree
about
with that
commercial
because
You're
It's
not
like y'all
talking
never
about
even
him as a
watch
fighter.
boxing.
No,
Let
Yeah,
BVO
Can,
get
can I
in.
just say this?
as a
Let me just
fighter,
say this quick.
Gotti got
no.
way more ring generalship. He been in way more tougher fight, way
That's where
better
the disconnect
resume,
is.
and he will stop Matias.
That's where the
What?
disconnect is. That's where the disconnect. You're acting like I'm comparing the two. I'm not comparing the two.
You
I'm
are. You
saying
literally,
no, I am not. What I'm saying is,
literally.
in his era, he was a solid level fighter. He was not top level.
And
He
who
was
you
not top
comparing
level.
him to in this
And
era?
Matias,
Matias.
no, and this era, Matias is a top, is a solid
That's
fighter. He's not a top level fighter. He was a
that's the
two-time
comparison.
champion. He was a
That's the
solid
Yeah,
fighter. You're
that's
not
the
yeah,
gonna
he
just
two-time
put.
comparison.
champion. Yeah.
You're not just
What
gonna
he's
put
saying is
any.
that era, that
That's the
era, Gotti
comparison
wasn't the
right
guy
there.
though.
That's
No,
Gotti
it.
has historical. Gotti has historical relevance, but he was never the. He wasn't the guy. So
that's
he was
what
And
I'm
just.
saying.
No,
I
In
wait.
agree
his
with
era,
that.
he's not.
I agree with
That's
that.
that's what I'm
and it
saying.
was going
The
You're
only
acting
the
like I'm
only thing
comparing
that
the
I
two fighters.
disagree with Free on is the comparison to Matias. You got to find a better
No,
fighter than that to
no,
compare him to
no, I
That's
don't.
a
Gotti.
great
I mean,
comparison.
really. That's what I'm saying, Jai. You give us somebody. If unless
Exactly. All right. So Matias, it's hard to get somebody because the relevance, like Three said, but like maybe a pit bull because his relevance plus.
Pitbull is even worse.
Hold
What are you
on, let
talking
me.
about?
I'm just thinking right. This on top of
to
the
say,
dome,
man,
man.
hey,
No, but
Joe,
what
Joe,
but
you would
what
Hold
say,
what
on,
what
Joe,
god
what
you would
what
damn.
say
Every
Ryan
time I
what
Garcia.
say
Jai's
something, it's
done.
hold on, hold on, hold
explosion.
What
on, hold on,
Jai's
hold on, hold
done.
on.
Jai
Like
switched it. We
Pitbull's
were
name.
talking
Hold on,
about the
hold on, hold
quality
on,
of
hold on,
I
fighters
hold
and
can't
on.
even say
style.
that.
Marky, we want you
Can,
to get in, but Pitbull is gonna have historical people. People gonna remember
The
Pitbull's name.
relevance for
Let's not get it
but
Pitbull.
twisted.
Who you think Shakur
But go
rather
ahead,
fight
Mark.
right now, Pitbull or
let me just say this,
Matias?
because Jai switched the
Oh
whole. We
yeah.
were talking
What
about the quality of fighters. Now you done switched it to who
quality?
Floyd came up
What
off of. Hold on, let me
I'm
finish, nigga.
saying
Let me
quality.
finish, nigga. Let me finish.
I ain't
The
say
fuck wrong
talking
with
to
this
you like
Whoa.
dude?
that.
Stop
When you
talking when
cut
I'm
me
talking.
off,
You talking while
I
I'm
ain't do
Hey,
talking
that to
right
listen.
you,
now.
yeah. All right, go ahead, yeah.
He gonna
Thank
stay in the big house? Well, you got a problem with that?
was trying to say. You switched this. We were talking about the quality of fighters. I think it's a good comparison. The two of them niggas, Subriel Matias and Arturo Gotti, they are known for getting in wars. They known for being walking punching bags. It is what it is. Now you
Mm.
switched it to a whole different conversation where we're talking about Arturo Gotti brought Floyd up and Arturo Gotti's name is
You talking
remembered and he
about
has classes.
quality? What
You're
you talking
talking about
about?
commercial success.
You said
That's
one
different.
thing. You said they
Hey,
known for getting
hold on. Let me say
awards.
this. Let me
I
say
got
this, man.
way more points
Let me
than you.
hold on, John. Let me say this with
You
all
ain't
due
said
respect.
shit this whole 20 minutes you've been talking, boy.
I have. Look how triggered you are.
Hold on, John. Hey, Marky, this is B3 SPN. Listen, talk in your native tongue if you want a little bit more respect. We don't want to hear you cursing on the airways. That shit is and you got me cursing. It's bad for the show.
Man,
We don't
whatever.
we don't want to hear that, bro. So control
Marky,
yourself.
Marky, cause you
Wait,
got
wait,
free
what curse
thinking.
word did I say?
You said
First
shut
and
the.
foremost, first and foremost, stop using you when you use the N word. It comes off as somebody. It comes off as very hateful and
Oh
derogatory.
man, have a
It
good
doesn't.
day,
It
nigga.
doesn't. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Talk respectfully. Talk like a fucking like. Talk like you got some sense. Nobody want to. Nobody. I don't want to hear it. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not. I don't want to hear it. Respectfully.
Marky though, do you think his quality
Yeah, you got to have
the
some type of. Don't be coming in disrespecting.
do you
Because if it
think
was Crush the Legend, he'll cut you up and then be cursing at you and carrying on. And we don't want to do that because he definitely not gonna let you call him an N word. So we're gonna have respect for Ja. We're gonna have respect for everybody that's on the platform. Because some people just cut you up and they be cursing and carrying on and then a fight wanna ensue or whatever. We ain't doing all that. We grown men. So, and I'm definitely not gonna listen to it. Ain't nobody blessed the Cash App, the Zelle, the PayPal. Well, this is time. Time is money. We trying to get to it.
No, but what Marky was saying is what exactly what I was saying. It's the quality of fighter in their era.
so you
That's
think
what
you don't think Gotti his quality all the stuff that he did in the sport don't
he
make
was
him a higher
never.
quality fighter than Matias?
No, not at this era. Matias is on the same level as Gotti was in this era. That he's a
You
quality opponent,
okay?
but he's not a top level opponent.
So
Matias is always he's going to
who
always be a quality level opponent for anybody he gets in the ring with, but he's not going to be a top level opponent. The same with Toro Gotti. He will be a quality opponent, but he will not be a top level opponent. You're not putting a Toro Gotti on the same level as a Shane Mosley, Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, Sweet Pea Whitaker, uh, Julio Cesar Chavez. You're not putting a Toro Gotti on the same level as those guys. He's a step below them. That's the same thing with Matias. You're not putting him on the same
I
level,
don't disagree with that, but I feel like
and that's what I'm saying.
he's higher than Matias is
What
than
Matias is
Matias.
right now, Matias is a step below guys like Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and T.O. and those guys, whoever you want to name. He's a step below those guys, but he's a
I just don't
quality
put him
opponent.
I don't put him on the same level as Gotti though. And
No, I'm
I'm
not putting
fact
him on the same level as
and what
Gotti. I'm just saying, in that era, Gotti was never an elite fighter. He was not a top level fighter. He was not a top level. That's what I was saying. He's not a top
what
level.
about Mickey Ward? Is he a
Mickey
top
Ward
level
was
fight?
never a top level fighter. He was
What is
never.
what is it for the is it like a certain number of spots as a top level or like what is that? Like explain the top level
No,
situation.
we looking at the opponent, the fighter himself. We
Mm.
know when we see a top level fighter, and
So
when we
when
see
you see
okay,
Mickey
these
Ward
guys
fight
are
Zab
not.
Judah, that don't
That,
that's like nah, he ain't on top level. Like he lost to Zab. Like you look at Zab Judah's a top level, but he lost to Floyd. I look
I
at
look at
Mickey Ward as a top level too, even
I
though he
look at
lost to Zab.
I look at Zab in his prime. He was a top level fighter in his prime, but
Ain't no need to
but
say for
he didn't
prime, the
stay.
prime thing, because that don't really
Huh?
matter with ain't that don't matter for what I'm saying, like what I'm conversating with you about. The prime thing don't matter.
No,
Just
but
as
what
a
I'm saying is
fighter.
Arturo Gotti was not a top level fighter. He was not.
Okay, I ain't got no issue with that. I was talking about higher than Matias, and then I was factoring in quality
I
when it
mean,
come to
you
what you would get out of that fight. And you
no,
fight Matias, you're not really getting nothing out of that. And then I'm looking
no.
at all the fights
Listen,
that Gotti been fighting that Matias ain't got that many
you
big
do
names on his resume as Gotti,
you
not as
do get
Gotti.
something out of fighting Matias. You do.
Not
A
what you
lot
would get
a
out of
lot of people.
Gotti though. That you get something out of fighting anybody. I'm talking about the comparison to Gotti.
No,
It's no, it's a big
you still want to compare
gap.
him to Gotti. I'm not comparing him to Gotti. I'm just saying what level of a fighter they are
Yeah,
in
you
their era.
generalize you it's a generalization.
Listen, John. I think Arturo Gotti is better than Matias. I think he's better than Matias. But I'm talking about in their era, in both of those guys' era, they were never the top level guys. They were just solid
Yeah.
opponents for the top level guys. They were solid opponents for
I
them.
don't have nothing to say on the contrary to that. I never
That's
disagreeing with
all I'm
that.
saying. These guys,
I was specifically
he's the
speaking
same
about
as
the
a
quality of a Toro, and I was comparing him when you brought up Matias. Like it's no comparison. You had to bring make somebody better than Matias to
no.
compare him to Gotti. But
See,
you
the problem is
specifically talking about just like you top level and you a step under them. I never disagreeing with that.
no, because
I'm
you
not
said
disagreeing with nothing you say or not.
no.
I'm not
What
not
the,
understanding what you
the,
saying either.
the reason I brought it up is because you said Arturo Gotti was a top level fighter, and we said no, he wasn't.
And that all right, so the top level, how I'm looking at it, I'm not like you don't have to be like basically that kind of cater to the O, like Floyd having the O. Like I'm looking at what I see in the ring, and I'm that's why I'm saying if somebody a top level fighter, like no, I don't think you would beat a lot of fighters, like a couple handful of fighters, but all of them is in the top. Like if I could get 20 fighters and I'm be like these are top fighters. Gotti would be in that 20 for sure.
I mean,
And
maybe for you, but most people wouldn't put Gotti as a top level guy.
top
Most
20.
people,
And who 20 fighters that
most
you would put above Gotti in his
you talking
era.
about you talking
And you
about
got to
doing
talk about resume and everything.
no during his era. We're not talking about any era. We're talking about his era because he didn't fight in today's era. He didn't fight in the era before him. We're talking about in his era. He is not a top 20 fighter in his era.
I said his era. I ain't say any era. And
He's
I'm
not a
saying I'm
top 20 fighter,
factoring
but
that.
I can name 20 fighters during his era that's better than him.
Mhm. But
You got you got
I'm not saying name 20 fighters that could beat him. I'm talking about the sport of
I'm not
boxing,
talking
what he's
about
done
20.
in boxing,
No,
his
you're not.
resume. I'm not
No,
saying 20 fighters that
no.
could beat him.
Listen. I'm not talking about resumes or nothing about that. I'm talking about what I see in the ring, who I consider a top level fighter. Everybody is so quick to say resumes and this, that, because certain people fought certain guys. I'm saying
Mhm.
Arturo Gotti, he's not a top level fighter based
And,
off of his skill set. He is
and
not a
he is
top level
older
fighter.
than Floyd. He did come in before Floyd.
I don't
Okay.
think he came in before Floyd. Didn't he fight Floyd?
Okay. Yeah, he fought Floyd.
Okay. So that it doesn't matter if he came in before Floyd or not. Tank
That
Davis
mattered to
came.
me.
Tank
That
Davis
matters
came.
to me.
Tank Davis came in before Devin Haney, or came in after Devin Haney. But Tank Davis is older.
It was different. It's a difference between
They
the
still fight.
Toro Gotti and
During
Floyd,
the
though.
same. They still fight
The
during the same
taking
era.
Devin, and that matters to me too, though. But
They
it's a
still fighting. They still
Gotti
fighting
could
during
be
the same
fighting in
era.
another era though. But Gotti could be in another era that Floyd not in though.
What era you gonna put Gotti in that say he a top level? You gonna put him in the Sugar Ray Leonard, Roy Jones era?
No, I'm saying
The
that
Mike
Gotti.
Tyson era?
I'm
The
saying
Mike
Gotti
Tyson era?
was there before Floyd. You said they fought in the same
Okay,
era,
the
but
era.
I'm
Okay,
saying Gotti fought an
the era
era
before
before Floyd though.
the era before
That's
Floyd
all I'm
was Roy
saying.
Jones. The era before Floyd was Roy Jones. You putting him a top level guy in that era with Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins and James Tony, all those guys.
He in a whole different weight than them though.
No, it's the fighter. We said top level fighter. You didn't say
Okay,
you didn't say top level guy of that weight class. You said top level
I'm
fighter.
I'm
Now you
not
want to
I'm
go to
not
a weight
going
class? Now you want to go to weight
top
class?
level. If I go to the era where he's fighting, where Roy Jones and them is the best fighters, I'm not. I'm
So,
gonna Roy Jones and them going to be in the top 20, but
so
like
are
I'm
you
gonna put
are
other
you
people
saying,
in other weight classes too.
so are you talking? So you want me to go to the weight class?
I'm not gonna be
Because
comparing Gotti to Roy and them though. If
okay,
I'm thinking about the best fighters in the era,
if you go okay, if you go according to the weight class, Matias is a top level guy based off of your analogy.
no, you saying he on the same level as Gotti.
No, I
I'm
said
not.
based.
I'm.
I
What
said
you keep
based off
trying
of
to say
your
to me
analogy.
is not something. It's not something that I'm disagreeing with you on. I'm saying as a quality fighter,
Or,
Arturo Gotti,
I don't think I don't
is
think you're
different
listening to
than.
me. All I'm saying is based off of your
I'm
analogy.
not saying
We gotta
Matias not a
hold
top
on. Can I get in,
guy.
y'all? Can I get in?
I'm never saying that. That's why I don't get that. I'm not saying Matias not top. I'm
This
just
Listen, let me
saying
just say
man,
this.
he
Let me
not
just say this.
Gotti. He not like Gotti though.
We let me jump in, y'all. We've been cooking on this. Big Dog Willie, salute. Appreciate you, Angie B, Vay, everybody in here. Dank, Prize, salute. We definitely building. Let me say this. We gotta get back on task, respectfully. And we have to, it's a little background. Somebody got a little background, but we have to talk about the Gary Antoine fight this weekend with Andy Hidioka. We gotta get back to present day boxing. Talk to me, man. Free, what'd you see in the performance? Did you feel like it was still a good performance? Gary Antoine, I think you called it. We was live. You called it right. As far as what you thought the rounds were. And do you believe that? What do you want to see next from Gary Antoine?
um, that fight was a very good fight. It was a very good fight. I saw Andy Hiroka show me something that I wasn't expecting to see. Andy Hiroka, he gained a lot of respect from me because he took a lot of clean shots from Antoine and was still right there. Hiroka is going to be a problem for a lot of guys at 140 if he gets the opportunity to fight some of those guys. But Antoine did what he was supposed to do. I mean, I didn't give Aroka any rounds until I think probably like the eighth or ninth round. Antoine was beating Aroka up the entire fight until about the eighth or ninth round. Then Aroka started landing some good body shots on Antoine, and that's when I started giving Aroka some rounds. But I didn't see anything bad from Antoine. He was in there with a guy that was much taller. I mean, much rangier than him. I think he had like a 5 or 6 inch arm reach advantage over Antoine, and Antoine was still able to do what he pretty much wanted to do for the most part. Um, but it was a very good fight, a very good test for Antoine. He passed the test with flying colors, in my opinion. But I would like to see him to unify the belt. Get somebody. He said he want Richardson Hitchens next. I would love to see that fight. I know Richardson Hitchens not gonna make that fight. He's scared of Antoine. Um, but I mean, if he can't get Richardson Hitchens, get Andy Dalton. Because it looked like Shakur might be trying to get that fight with Ryan Garcia next. So that fight probably not gonna materialize right now because Ryan Garcia is a much bigger money fight for Shakur than fighting Antoine. But even Shakur said it. Antoine put on a hell of a performance. Um, and he showed some wrinkles in his arsenal that he can box if he needs to box. I think a lot of people don't give Antoine credit for being able to box, but he did a lot of boxing in that fight Saturday. But I would like to see that man unify. Somebody get in the ring with him.
I'm with you 1000%. Yeah, Antoine stood up to some heavy shots from Hidioka too. So Antoine definitely showed a chin. And he also showed, I mean, his ribs built of steel. I mean, that dude, he was getting a lot of body shots landed on him. Shawalaya, salute. Appreciate you coming in. Yes, indeed, boxing here. Um, Chan Ross was good. Hopefully, my audio coming through. Coach Eddie, talk to me. It's been a minute. Where you at, Coach? How the audio?
Yeah, hey, I seen the fight, man. Yo, everything you said, man, almost came to fruition, man.
Yeah,
That was a hard fight.
yeah,
Yeah, that was no walk in the park. It seemed like Gary needed to go back to the draw. He needed to go back to the drawing board, man. It almost seemed like he's undersized for 140. I don't know.
right.
It was an interesting fight because, like I said, like you said, this kid right here, it was a close fight, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a close fight, and those scorecards they were kind of wide, a little wide for my liking. I thought they didn't give Andy enough credit for what he did. But Gary,
Yeah,
sometimes Gary kind of smothers his work sometimes, man. It's hard to tell when he's getting off, you know what I mean? Because a lot of shots aren't clean, man. You know what I'm saying? You really got to be looking. Like Andy landed some clean shots, man, that were easy to score. So like I say, Gary,
yeah.
yeah, he need to go back to the drawing board. 'Cause I know his brother was getting pissed off with him, telling, hey, you need to do this, that, and the third. But he wasn't really satisfied with how the fight was going because it was a hard fight. So, but like, hey, man, shout out to Andy, man. Shout out to Gary. He got through it. I ain't gonna say it was a robbery in there, but it was kind of a gift. That fight could have been a draw, to be honest, man.
Yeah, Shawa, like y'all said, she had Andy and she think he edged it. Mm.
That fight could have been a draw, man.
I don't
Gary
think
might have
I don't
got.
think y'all watch. I don't think y'all watched the first 9 rounds because Andy Hiroka didn't do nothing the first 9 rounds.
Gary
He
didn't
didn't
do
do
too much
nothing.
either. He was smothering his work, man.
So
I mean,
Antoine
Gary don't land clean shots though, man. That's the thing. With Gary, you got to
Antoine
be
was cheap.
watching. You got to be watching him, man. His shots aren't. They're not
Antoine
clean,
was cheap sounding that man. Antoine was landing combination. He was landing body shot. Antoine was doing a lot of work. I think y'all need to go
man.
back and
That
watch
shoe
the fight
shine don't get
Yeah.
you no credit, man.
Shushan does get
When
credit
you the A
if
side,
y'all
Why? You the A side. A side get you credit. You the B side, he
no
just get you a loss.
no Shushan
yeah,
you get credit for Shushan if your opponent ain't throwing nothing back and you just the only one doing Shushan. Andy was just
And
sitting there
and
balled up. He wasn't doing nothing.
and when he was
Hey,
shoe
and
shining, he was finishing up top with the hook too. He bust
if
his nose early
If
in the
Andy
fight.
was the A side, he would have got the win, bro.
No, because like I said,
that was hold on. Let me just say
Shu-
this real quick, y'all. That was a hell of a fight. I don't think people realize how good of a fight that was. Somebody with Andy Hidioka, that was a big step up, and he pretty much. I mean, he won some of those championship rounds.
yeah, he did.
So that was a great. I mean, but he didn't beat Gary. He didn't beat Antoine.
No,
I
like I
don't
said,
think nobody else would have took that fight with Yo either. Yo
But would I
underrated
have
who he
liked to
was
see
fighting.
them have called that fight a draw
hell
or
no,
Andy win? Yes, but
hell
I mean,
no.
just to be as selfish. But I'm happy Gary got the win. I feel
Yeah,
like it could have been all of those things because I mean I score effective body work, but also the ring generalship piece of it. In a sense, great boxers have showed us it's really about hitting and not getting hit. And when you allow now, Hideyoko was able to get in and land a lot of body work. Now, because Gary Antoine is a dog and a 12-round fighter, he was able to withstand and make it a distance and win. He outworked him. He won. But that was a lot of landed body work.
I
So I
mean, like I
mean,
said, I scored the fight round by round, and two of the judges had it exactly the same way I had it. So they saw exactly what I saw. Two of the judges scored every round exactly the way I scored it. And we got to remember, Roker did get a point deducted for hitting Gary with an extremely low blow. That man, his glove was between his legs. It was an extremely low blow. And so you gotta take that into consideration. You can't call it a draw just based off the low blow. You can't call it a draw because he got a point deducted. Even if you said the fight was even and how many rounds each one won, you Gary still won the fight because one round dude got a point deducted.
Gary deserved to win. Let me just say this real quick. A lot of the early rounds, Andy really couldn't find his range and he was falling in. He was coming up short. He couldn't get his distance. And Gary was able to nick rounds. As a champion, he was able to nick rounds, do enough to win most of those early rounds. Andy was able to close the distance, right? And get body work in at the end, but he didn't land enough uh headshots, enough, damaging shots. He didn't really hurt Antoine to a point where Antoine should have lost that fight. That's what it is. Now, if you score round by round, I believe Antoine won the fight as well. I just feel like it was a close fight and it was a hell of a fight.
Shower. I don't. I mean, they did show the first low blow. I don't know if you missed the replay, but they showed the first low blow. We sat there and, like I said, we called the fight. Because I was like, was that on the belt or was it not? And then when we saw the replay, we were like, oh yeah, that was a low blow. But then, so we saw the first low blow and the second low blow. So he got warned both times. The second one, because it was an extremely low blow, he got a point deducted. Yeah,
Right,
they did. They showed
right.
the first low blow.
Yeah, he definitely landed a couple of low blows on Antoine. So Antoine fought through adversity. I still want to see that Antoine versus Shakur fight. I want to see that next if they can make it. I know Shakur is
You said
possible.
you talking about Antoine and Shakur? Antoine and Shakur?
Yeah,
Yeah, I would love to see it too. I would love to see it too.
yeah. What makes the most sense for Shakur next?
I would edge towards Shakur slightly, but even Shakur said, "I know what he's like. I've been in the ring with him. I know what he's like." So Shakur, no, that's not going to be an easy win. You know, it's not going to be an easy one, but I would edge Shakur, and that I would like to see what Shakur can do with the body work that Antoine likes to establish.
1000%. Yeah, I think it's gonna be. Go ahead, coach. Good coach.
Yeah, that fight it'll be more action packed because Gary had to be a little bit cautious with Andy because Andy do got that one punch power. He'll be a lot, more willing to let his hands go against Shakur. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm definitely with you on that, coach. And
Yeah, like I said, he'll try to press Shakur out, man. Especially them being familiar with each other like that and all scoring all them rounds and stuff. He gonna try to press him out. It'll be more of see, that's the thing with Shakur. It depends on what the judges are and what the judges like. Cause like if you get in there with somebody like Gary, a guy that can possibly double your output, he can lose, man. He can get outworked.
now, what you think
You know,
about Gary saying he wanted to hold Shakur for last?
man, I don't know why. For what? Unless he trying to make the bag bigger or something. I don't know. I don't understand. There's no opportunity like right now. Unless they're trying to do it for undisputed.
I think that has something to do with. I think it's mainly because of the money. I think Antoine he want to get his name up there so he can get more money for the Shakur fight. Because right now they're going to probably give him the bare minimum because Antoine's name is not as big as Shakur. But if Antoine get a belt or two and get in that fight with Shakur, I think he can get more money.
Yeah, 1000%. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, I would love to see that fight though. Now, coach, let me ask you this, coach, because shout out to Ryan. I mean, he got the job done. Do you feel like Ryan is kind of avoiding Devin and ducking in a sense by fighting Shakur 144? Do you believe that the Ryan and Devin is the biggest fight right now for Ryan? Or do you believe there's a bigger fight for Ryan?
Well, with like I say, Ryan views Shakur as an easier touch than Devin. In his mind, now, regardless of what we think, as the experts or the panelists or whatever, as fans, Ryan himself looks at Shakur as an easier touch. He looks at Shakur just kind of like as a speed bump onto the bigger and better fight, which is Devin Haney. He's looking at Shakur as an extra bag to pick up on the way to pick up another bag from Devin Haney. And if he does fight, I don't think it'd be a 144. I think Ryan are probably going to try to set all the terms on his terms and make Shakur, acquiesce to fighting at 147. So we'll see. Now both guys are playing, but the other guy ducked each other. If Brian Garcia, and if I'm Brian Garcia, that's what I do. I make Shakur come up to 147. I'm not going to acquiesce to you for what? I don't need you. I got a bigger fight and better fight with Devin Haney. So with you, it's a luxury if I fight you. I don't need to fight you. I'll make him come up to 147. If he wants to fight, come up to 147. If not, keep it pushing. I'll fight Devin. But yeah, I think Devin, I think Ryan Garcia looks at Shakur as an easier fight. It's a more winnable, easier fight for him to win. I think he feels like he's gonna walk through Shakur.
Yeah, me personally, I don't think Shakur should fight him at all. I know it's a big money fight for Shakur, and I know that's probably why he's going to do it. I don't think Shakur should fight him at all. I mean, because let's say you get in there with Ryan, he catch you with a lucky punch. Now you go to the back of the line, Shakur. All of that you just built up, you just gave it up for Ryan. And let's say Ryan happens to pop dirty after he caught you with that left hook. Now you in the same boat Devin is in.
See, it's now here's another thing. Now Shakur and Devin could fight each other. They can freeze Ryan out
Yeah,
and
that's
say,
that's 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 what I said.
yeah, we're gonna break bread with each other. We ain't gonna be worried about you. We're gonna break bread with each other. And they could do that. But see, they ain't gonna do that. But both of them chasing Ryan.
C-Mac, what's going on? Salute to Pooh. Daniel, I see y'all in here. Appreciate all the love and support. We definitely growing and building.
The
Now, so let
problem,
me
the problem with that,
go ahead,
coach.
Free.
No, the problem with that, coach, is those guys see those dollar signs. They ain't even thinking about that. When they see those dollar signs, all of those morals and I ain't doing all that go out the window.
Yeah, but what Devin Haney got in my opinion, he got a stake in the claim. He got a stake to claim for the fight. It's a rematch. People is highly anticipated. Shakur just being an opportunist, just trying to come in and grab a bag. That's all he's doing. So the right thing to do is Devin Haney should get the shot first. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that was cheated. He's the one that's got to right that wrong. So in my opinion, he should be the one that's getting the fight. Him and Ryan should rematch each other, not Shakur. Like Shakur is just Johnny come lately, just trying to snatch up a bag and being an opportunist.
Listen, I'm in full agreement, Coach. Now, are you interested in that Shakur fight? Do you want to see Shakur versus Ryan?
No, not really. Because I kind of feel like I know what's going to happen. People, I think it's going to be. I think that Shakur is going to lose on scorecards if he don't go out there and totally dominate Ryan Garcia. He is not going to win because I think Ryan's probably going to double his punch output, and it's going to look a certain way. And the thing about slipping punches, Shakur don't. He's not. He don't slip punches like a Pernell Whitaker. He just get out of range. He's in and he's out. He don't stand in the pocket and roll shots like that. I mean, he was able to do it against Zepeda, but Zepeda was a shorter guy, closer to him. That way, he was able to counterpunch him. Ryan's slinging his shots from a longer range, and they come a lot fast, and they come with a lot of velocity. And if you slip one way, you slip the wrong way one time, you're gonna get clipped. It's a dangerous fight. Uh, he had the opportunity to get outworked in that fight. Ryan Garcia is gonna be slinging him. He's gonna be shooting him. Probably 600 punches for the whole fight, And what Shakur gonna throw 300? So he probably won't get his punch output double. So it's a tricky fight to navigate, and you have to worry about, you're gonna have to navigate not getting clipped for the whole fight too. So it's not an easy task.
Nah, not at all. It's gonna be a hell of a that'll be a tough fight. Now,
Hey, based off of what Coach just said, that's the reason why I would want to see the fight. You can't claim you the best and then say, "No, I'm not gonna take this fight because it's a dangerous fight." Then that means you only the best against guys you know you can beat. So I mean that based off of what Coach just said, that's the reason why I want to see the fight. Now I don't want Shakur to give Ryan the opportunity based off of what he has done the last couple of fights, the things that he has said. Based off of what he's done, I don't believe he should have been put in that position to get a championship fight after having 4 opportunities to win a title, and you lost. Well, after having 3 opportunities of winning a title, and you lost all. Well, pretty much lost all 3 because the Devin Haney fight was taken from him, so he lost that fight. Um, and then the Rowley and the Tank Davis, he lost both of those fights. And this man still gets an opportunity for a title fight right after losing at 144, which is really 147 because the 147 WBA belt was on the line.
now the Rolly fight, they fought at the full 147.
Oh, it was at the 147. Okay, I mean, that's even more. You fought at 47, you lost in a title fight, and then you get another title fight right away. Nah.
Now, free, like the guys are really concerned. Shakur, Devin, they believe that Ryan is on PEDs. Did you see a difference in Ryan, and what are you seeing? Do you believe he's not? Do you believe he's juicing?
There's a possibility that he could have took some PEDs prior to him testing, because remember he didn't test for a while, and that period of time where he wasn't tested, he could have took some PEDs because ostarines allows you to keep the muscle mass as you lose weight. When you're trying to cut weight, it allows you to keep your muscle. So that's basically all that ostarine does. It allows you to keep your muscle as you're trying to lose weight. So if he was taking ostarine or he was taking some other PEDs, by the time it was time for him to test it, they got it out of his system. So they could never see that he actually was juicing or not. That's one of the reasons why Devin Haney and Bill Haney want him to get invited 365, because they want to know at any point, are you taking anything before we get in the ring with you? Because if you take PEDs to help keep you take ostarine to help keep your muscle mass as you cutting weight, and then you start testing after you already got the whatever you need ostarine to do for you, after you already got it, what you needed to do for you. Now you on weight and you got the muscle mass. You didn't lose the muscle, so now you're going in the ring strong. Where normally you wouldn't be as strong because you had to cut weight, which means you couldn't keep the muscle that you were trying to build up.
Yeah, I can agree with that, but I think that Ryan Garcia, he would be an imbecile if he, and I don't doubt anybody's stupidity because we've seen some stupid stuff happen before in the past, but he would be a complete imbecile if he took anything, to mess up the fight or jeopardize the fight or cause any more controversy. Any type of drug cheating, that would be crazy, man, because like he said, that was his biggest win. That's what he said. They said they took it from him, so he should want to get that fight back. He should want to come in clean, and show everybody that, hey, look, I'm the better man. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, people done dumps like Gerald Miller, Big Baby. He done it twice. So I'm not doubting the man's stupidity. He may be dumb enough to do it again. I just personally don't
Let me
believe that
say
he is.
let me say this real quick, Coach. Andre Ward, salute. Hey, Colt Boy, salute, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Man, we building, we growing. Tap the like button, hit the follow, help us grow. We building. Bless the Cash App, the Zelda, PayPal, whatever you can do. We growing, right? Listen. This a fire conversation. Now, I gotta ask you this, right? Right, and just to say this to Colt Boy, Ryan did have a weight cut, but because he doesn't walk around at 147. It was just he was so locked in that he was on weight what about 6 or 7 days out. He was already at 149. So shout out to Ryan. I mean, he got the job done. Now, I gotta ask y'all this about Barrios. How much respect should Ryan get for getting the belt off of Barrios? Something that Ramos couldn't do, something that Pac-Man couldn't do. Barrios still put up a tough fight, and y'all know if Ryan wasn't where he was on that fight night, if he wasn't 100%, he would have lost to Barrios. Let's keep it 1,000. Barrios was looking mean in there. He got hit with some big shots, and he kept fighting. I man, listen. No, he came up short, but we see that Ryan put on some phenomenal skills, just as far as boxing, off the back foot, just kind of keeping his distance, not getting hit with any big shots. I mean, this is like the Devin Haney performance. Now, yeah, granted, Devin caught him with a couple of big shots, but he did. I mean, Ryan, they was calling him the Mexican Mayweather. I mean, I thought that. What y'all think about this? Did he show y'all a different level? Do y'all see Ryan as maybe a notch above a C level? I know everybody was calling him a C level fighter. They was picking Barrios to win. Coach, just from your stand, let me bring you in first, Coach. Does Ryan, is he still a C level fighter now that he's dominated Barrios and became a world champion? Talk to me.
I don't never think he really was a C-level fighter. This dude, he's a Garcia's a dangerous fighter. Anytime you got a guy that's fast and can punch and the puncher, they're always going to be dangerous. So it's hard to count him out because he's talented. The Mario's win, like I say, I was one of those ones that thought it was going to be. Actually, I think I may have picked Barrios to win the fight. I thought that Ryan Garcia, I didn't think too highly of him. I'm just going to be honest. I didn't think highly of him. I thought the consistency would catch up to him. Like I knew that rounds were going to be dangerous in the first 2 to 3 rounds, but then I was looking for Ryan to fade, and it never happened. That's what I was banking on, Ryan Garcia fading down the stretch, and Barrios being able to press him out and winning some type of gritty type of performance. But it never happened. Ryan Garcia, he surprised me the way that he was using the entire ring. He was using footwork. He was using lateral movement, and he just did a simple stick and move type of strategy. He moved around, which made me think, how would the fight between him and Shakur play out? Shakur likes to sit in the pocket. Shakur is at his best when he's in his pocket. Shakur walks you down. I mean, Ryan Garcia is kind of fleet-footed. I mean, if you want to be honest, he's kind of quick. He moves around pretty quick. He's quick. He had pretty good defense. And what I think Barrios, he kept walking in range, and as soon as he got in range, Ryan Garcia had something for him. So that's what he was stopping him at the door. That's why Mario was never able to get in and implement his game plan, because as soon as you step foot in the door, Ryan had something waiting on him. And that's what you do. You keep a guy at bay. When they're trying to walk you down, you keeping them at bay, you have something waiting on them. So I'm sitting there thinking in my mind, how would this fight play out? Shakur is not the busiest fighter, first of all. He don't throw a lot of punches. He's not Manny Pacquiao. He's a selective puncher. He's very accurate. He's very smart in the ring, great counter puncher, all that. What do you do if somebody jumps out in front of you and gets a big lead on you? And now you got to go track this guy down, and you got to walk him around. And as soon as you get in range, he's throwing stuff at you, whether it's landing or not. He's keeping you honest. And Ryan Garcia is going to keep you honest if he continues to fight this way. It's going to be a hard stack. This style is always hard to beat. A stick and moving type style when the guy has speed and power. It's a hard style to beat, not just when he uses it, when anybody uses it. Throughout history, sticking and moving has always been a hard style to beat. You just go in your mental Rolodex. So Ryan gonna be tough to beat, man, especially if he continues to fight like this.
%1,000%. I mean, he looked phenomenal, respectfully, right? Versus Barrios. I mean, he definitely looked the part. The guy. I mean, what can we say now? I'm just over here reading the comments, man. Shout out to Angel Perez. Everybody saying, so we just put in our application for monetization with YouTube. So that's why they starting to push the live out. So I appreciate everybody pumping, pulling up. Um now, well, this is the situation. Until proven otherwise, we understand what Devin Haney has done. He put himself in the random 365 testing. So if you're not willing to do that as the biggest draw, right? Ryan Garcia, he's whatever he's generating, um, he should be in random 365. That leaves suspicion, right? Now, of course, you'll say not everybody's in 365. Well, not everybody failed a drug test for the biggest fight of their career. So that's what it all comes down to. It's nothing personal against Ryan. It's just the reality of it. We gotta Bill and Devin, they said it once, like you kind of got one over on us. We didn't, whoop de whoop the first time. So the second time you gotta be a little more buttoned up. Kind of like shout out to PBC, shout out to Leonard Ellaby. It said that their business a little more buttoned up, right? Coach, talk to me real quick about Richardson Hitchens. Now, he didn't make it to the fight, unfortunately. Man, it's kind of sad for the sport of boxing. We really wanted to see Duarte versus Hitchens. A lot of people were picking Duarte to beat Hitchens, right? They didn't like how Hitchens was looking at the weigh-in, and ultimately he didn't end up making it to the fight. What do you want to see from Hitchens next? A lot of people were talking on air. Chris Manis, they were talking about stripping Hitchens of the title. And do you believe Hitchens should just go ahead and try to make a move to 147? Uh, what do you want to see next from Hitchens? Do you feel like he should have to run it back with Duarte to keep his belt? Talk to me.
Nah, he can't make the weight, man. The dude's paper thin, bro. At the weigh-in, he's paper thin. He looked drawn up. He looked very frail and weak. He'll move up to 47. Now the thing is there room up there for you? Because they're gonna make you get in line. I think we're gonna see some inactivity. We're gonna see a long bout of inactivity from Richard Richardson. That's what we're gonna see. These guys are tired of putting these fights on, and these guys pulling out of the fights. Now Mario Barrios could have pulled out of the fight. He could have. Some people were saying he had the flu or had a cold. He could have pulled out of the fight, but he didn't. Whatever Richardson's going through, I think it was weight related. I have no idea. I'm just speculating. I think it was because of a tough weight cut. That's what I believe. So he needs to move up to 47, but at the same time, he's one of those guys that nobody's clamoring for. Nobody's clamoring for Richardson Hitchison fight. He's not a high demand fighter. So he's gonna have to get in line. He's gonna have to work his way back up. I think he's gonna be inactive. I don't see this dude getting a fight for six to 8 months. I don't see him getting a fight for 6 to 8 months. Is Eddie Hearns his promoter?
I believe it looked like he
Or is he a
was
free
supposed to
agent?
re-sign with Eddie, but I don't know if he did. I know he's with Keith Conley, so he has a good manager. He still has that IBF title at 140. So
Yeah, but like you can't make the weight. It's kind of like what Virgil. Remember when Virgil had a spot where he kept pulling out of fights all the time because he couldn't make the weight?
yeah,
I mean, you can obviously see the dude is paper thin. He can't make the weight, so he's gonna have to make a move. But then, like you said, who's gonna want to fight him? Who's going to give him an
okay.
opportunity? You're not a big draw. You don't have a big fan base. You ain't bringing nothing to the table. You don't have a belt. It's like you're gonna have to start over, bro. Now Richard Hitchens probably had to go in there and fight somebody like Brian Norman. He's gonna have to risk it all, man. and get in that
Yeah.
fight Brian Norman to get his name back out there. That's what he's gonna have to
Yeah.
do, man. You know what I'm saying?
That'll
It
be a
is
good
what it
fight.
is. Yeah,
That'll be a good comeback fight. 147 fight Brian
yeah,
Norman. Y'all do it in Atlanta or New York. Probably do it
yep.
in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, that's the only way he gonna get his name back out there. He gonna have to fight somebody that's dangerous, somebody that's got a name, so to speak, and he got to go out there and try to make a statement so he can get his
Yeah.
name back out there. Because right now his name is mud right now. See, promoters don't like when fighters pull out of the fight. They don't like that, bro.
Nah.
They look at that like, look, man, you couldn't make the weight before you even signed the contract. That's how they look. That's how they be thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So if you couldn't
Now,
make the weight, why you signed the contract? Cause now you
1000%.
messing the business up. You messing the money up now.
Yeah. Now, and I'm in full agreement. And for years, I gave Devin a lot of credit for, I know he was cutting down to make that 135 for the Loma, for the George fight. Y'all seen how emaciated he looked on the scale, and still to be able to dig deep and win those fights. I gave him a lot of credit. Even to Errol Spence, we know what he was having to do to make 147, and he was, y'all already know, shoot, Ryan versus Tank, when Ryan had to cut to 136 to fight Tank, and both Ryan and Errol fought in 2023 with like rib injuries. They still made the weight. They still fought for the public. So I'm with you, coach. But those is pay-per-view events. These promoters do not want to see you pulling out of fights in pay-per-view events. A lot of people are spending a lot of big money, and the fans is gonna call you a duck because people wasted time and money. I mean, we really wanted to see Duarte versus Hitchens. That was a big fight.
Yes, sir. And it was a highly anticipated fight. It wasn't like lower on the pay-per-view card. This was a fight that people. It was a co-main event, right?
Yeah, co-main.
Yeah, what I'm saying. People were looking forward to this fight. Now, the people who did come out shining, in my opinion, was Albright and Frank Martin. Both of those guys, their stock rose. In my opinion, you
Definitely,
know what I'm saying?
1000%. Did you think it
Both.
was a draw, or did you edge it to somebody? Great fight.
Man, I don't have no problem with a draw at all, man. I'm glad that they didn't. I'm glad it was a draw because I like Albright, and I didn't want to see him take a step back. Even though he didn't get the win, he didn't take a step back either. Matter of fact, I think it boosts his profile because now people seeing that he's a quality guy now. You know what I'm saying? It put him on the level of a stage where people could see him. But I think when he was fighting, the arena had a lot of people there, and people were invested in the fight because it was competitive. You know what I'm saying? And people like competitive fights, man. A lot of times they don't show up just for the name. Yeah, I mean they do show up for the name, but then when the name fight doesn't live up to the hype, people kind of leave with a little disappointment or a little anticlimactic. Like when Tio and Shakur fought, we was all anticipating a good fight, competitive fight. We thought Shakur was going to win, but we thought it was going to be competitive, and it wasn't. So it's kind of climactic. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good fight, and I hope they get an opportunity to run it back. And pick up another payday and boost their profile, or either that, or maybe move on and fight. Bigger names for each guys. You know what I'm saying? To boost, to give them some more money. You know what I'm saying?
1000%. And I was as excited for that. Excited for the Martin versus Albright. I thought that was really an important fight for boxing and 140. Kind of in pertaining to Keyshawn, right? I thought it could be a potential Keyshawn opponent at 140. That made sense, right? The winner of Frank versus Nair Albright. Now, EJ did not look happy. Errol Spence did not look. He was not impressed. He was very still faced after the draw. I know y'all pretty much. I know y'all saw it from a promoter's perspective, and I did hear audio that he did pick Frank by knockout. So I'm sure he probably even bet with his heart. Um, I was with Frank on this fight. I had picked Frank, and then at the last minute, I switched to Nahir. I ended up making money on the draw, right? Live
Hey,
betting. So.
You did the right thing, brother. But like even this makes Keyshawn Davis look that much better now because Keyshawn beat
Yeah,
Albright and Frank, got a draw with him and was on his way out the 10th round.
yeah,
He shout out to him. He gutted it out and survived. But he was on his way to touching that canvas.
yeah,
And
yeah.
and, and, that, that- and you know what? That's weird because we always say people aren't punchers. Now, if you look at Albright's record, it doesn't reflect that he's a puncher. 7 knockouts, but that's why you got to be careful when looking at guys' record because obviously he can swat a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely still want to see them in the mix at one. Hopefully Nahi Albright can get another fight at that level, right? Because a lot of times not being with a major promoter could hurt him in this situation, would have getting a draw. If he'd have got the win, it'd have been different.
Yeah, I like to see somebody like Eddie Hearn signing, man. Kind of like how Josh Paley got signed. He may not be a world beater, but he's a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? He the guy that deserves an opportunity. You know what
I
you're
got to
gonna.
fight
In
for
other
him.
words,
I got to
you know
fight
what you're
for him.
gonna get. Yeah, you know what you're gonna get with Albright. You're gonna
Now
get a guy
here, Albright
who's coming to
versus
win.
1000%, coach.
Yeah, the dude coming to win. He not coming to lay down for nobody, man. He gonna come to win, man. So those are the type of guys that boxing need. Everybody ain't not gonna be pound for pound. Everybody's not gonna be, at the top of the food chain, but you got guys that gonna show up, they're gonna work hard, and he's a guy that the fans can get behind. Cause a lot of times we
Oh
get
yeah,
tired of and let's be honest, man, we get tired of the diva mentality, man. We look at these guys on the upper echelon. They getting paid tons and tons of money to go in there.
right.
Sometimes they stink up the joint, man. You know what I'm saying? You getting paid $20 million, you ain't fighting worth the crap, man. And you got these guys who getting a fraction of what you get, and they put it all on the line. You know what I mean? So real boxing fans respect that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this right quick. Yeah, Hidioka. Frank not fighting Hidioka. The fight I want to see is Tito Mercado, Nahir Albright. I think that's a great fight for 140. And for Frank Martin, I think Frank Martin is going to possibly. I could see Frank versus Pitbull Cruz at 140. Both of them coming off a draw. I think that fight probably makes the most sense for Pitbull and for Prime.
Yeah, I would even like to see maybe Roach and Albright. Hey man, it's a good fight, man.
Lamont Rose versus Nahir Albright, right?
Yeah, I just want Albright to get some opportunities, man. You know what I mean? I think he earned it, man. I want him to get some opportunities.
He's gonna have to knock somebody off though,
Yeah,
like
he
he
gonna
did
knock
with
somebody
Kelvin.
off.
Yeah, so because he couldn't, but he got the draw with Frank, so that was good. I just feel like
Now, if he would have
Mercado's
knocked
the
if he
next
would have
guy
knocked
up.
off Frank, that would have put him in a whole other situation. Man. If he
Yeah,
would have
definitely
if
one
he
thousand
would have
percent.
stopped Frank in that 10th round, he would have
Yes.
been in the conversation because Frank just came off a tremendous victory. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Knockout of the year type candidate.
Yeah, in the 10th round, the final round, that would have been crazy. He needed it. He really needed one more devastating punch, man.
Oh yeah, if he would have dropped him, he would have got the win. If he would have
Yeah,
dropped
if he'd have
Frank,
dropped him,
that
yep, sure would have.
that would have swayed the judge. He would have got the win.
Because it was a unanimous draw.
Yeah, that's right. So I can't argue with that. All three judges see the same thing, man. And I'm pretty sure all three judges' scorecards are different. Like they gave different rounds to each fighter, so you can't say, "Oh, they all was exactly the same." So that means that everybody's seen it pretty much the same way. It's a draw.
I'm with you on that 1000%. Now, did you get to see the Beck the Bully fight?
Yeah, I seen. Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did all right.
yeah, he did pretty good. I want to see Beck versus somebody dangerous. Beck is at 168. He gonna have to. I want to see him maybe versus Iglesias. I don't know. Maybe that's a setup fight, right? I think Iglesias is about to fight for the title.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be good. Y'all don't think back. They probably don't want to risk that fight, man. They probably gonna try to find another showcase fight. This was supposed to be a showcase fight, but didn't really work out like that. I mean, he won, but he didn't stop the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. I'm with you on that. Yeah, that was this was a good weekend in the sport. Now we probably just have to dedicate a full day to Clarissa versus Franchon. I mean, I'll probably well, this week is Navarrete Nunez, so it's not and I believe we do have a pro box card on Friday, so we'll get all the particulars and break everything down. Gearing up for the end of the week, and we still got to talk about Clarissa, but that was crazy. Like the fight that almost didn't happen. Shout out to Franchon for going through everything and being on away from home, being on Clarissa's turf and still going through with the fight, keeping the event alive because for a second there was talks that she may have had a swollen ankle, and I mean it was a whole TV show and a production with Zeus. I mean that was crazy. That was a wild situation. So I hope y'all watched that fight. Shout out to the GOAT. She did a hell of a job this weekend. And shout out to Lee Wood. Lee Wood beat Josh Warrington by unanimous decision. And, I believe Sandy Ryan, she became a world champion again. Shout out to Sandy Ryan. I still got to double back and watch her fight to see how she did. Because I know probably a good fight. Um, yeah, Beck. I mean, Beck still gotta. I mean, we gotta see. I mean, it's time for him to fight for a world title. So it needs to be like Hamza or I don't know. It looks like they probably are looking at Beck for a potential Hamza fight. I haven't heard of a Hamza opponent, but we'll see. We'll definitely see.
Yeah, I didn't. I seen the Carissa fight, man. I didn't know Franchon was that old, bro. She looked a lot older than Carissa.
Yeah. Yeah, she did. But she carried it well though for a 38-year-old woman. I
Yeah,
thought she boxed her heart out.
yeah, she put a lot of weight on though after the weigh-in. I can tell. Like she probably put on 25 pounds or something, bro.
But
Cause
she
at the
took she took a
weigh-in,
lot of she took a lot of shots.
yeah, I'm just talking about. She looked like she was heavy though. Like it looked like she just probably used a sauna suit or something to get down to 175. Cause she looked thinner at the weigh-in, and then the rehydration looked like she put on like 20 pounds. Cause she was a lot bigger than Carissa Shields, whole lot bigger.
Right. I'm 1,000% with you, coach. We're
Yeah,
gonna
Carissa, she couldn't get the stoppage though, man. I thought she was gonna be able to land something of note, to get the stoppage. But I guess Franchon, she's a tough cookie, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Did you see that Atif Overton fight?
Yeah, man. That dude. Do you think that dude was faking, man? Do you think that was real? Cause it was strange, man.
I don't think he was faking because he could have just I don't know, he could have just said no in the corner. Like he didn't have to do all of that. That was OD.
Yeah, I look at it.
He
I just
could have
looked
told
up
he
and the
could have
dude
just
just
told his coach to wave it off. Like I can't see like something going on. Like
yeah, that dude just like he just nose dive into the mat, like boom.
that was
Yeah,
scary.
that was strange, man. That was strange, strange, strange. I was like, wait a minute. Is this dude faking? I don't know, man. I don't. I ain't saying he was. I ain't saying he wasn't. It just was. I never seen that happen before.
He
I've
said
never
they
seen.
Shaba said it was a delayed reaction to the head clash. Yeah, that was a tough head clash. That looked serious.
That dude went out. He blacked out, didn't
He may have a neurological issue. Yeah. Yeah. Well, prayers up to him, Joseph George, man. I hope everything is well with him. Latif Overton moves on.
Yeah, for sure, man. I wanted to see more out of him. You know what I mean? I hate the fight got cut short like that.
T Mac said if he was fake and get him my Oscar right now, yeah, I'm with you on that, T Mac. That would have been that was
Yeah, that's been crazy, man. That ring was stupid small,
it
man.
was super small.
Yo, where they get this small ring from, man? Who the heck said this? Yo, that heavyweight. I don't like that heavyweight they had on, man. The dude that be dancing all the time.
I didn't see him, but was it Price
Uh,
Taylor?
I think so. He's
I
from
didn't see
Detroit,
him.
right? Is he from Detroit?
Possibly.
Kind of chubby dude, kind of chubby.
Did he get a fifth round knockout? He fought the James Evans.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That dude. Man, pack that dude up, man. That dude's a clown, man.
He was playing around too much.
Yeah, clowning around,
He
dancing and
from
all that
Brooklyn.
stuff, man. Man, don't nobody want to see that
Price
mess,
Taylor
man.
from Brooklyn. Hmm.
Let me make sure it's the right guy. I'm gonna pull him up.
Nah,
So
yeah.
whoever it
Shower said
was,
yeah. Shower said yeah. That was who it was.
yeah, that dude, clown, bro. Man, super clown, man.
Wow. Wow, word. And Danielle Perkins, she got the upset TKO stopper. Shout out to Danielle.
Oh, that was the upset, huh? Okay.
I didn't have enough tape. I picked Danielle. I just didn't have enough tape to really double down on that. I would have bet more. I would have covered because she was the underdog, and
Yo,
she like
isn't that a girl that Carissa Shield that fought for?
yeah.
One that
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I seen that. She hit a nice little right hand left hook right hand straight left combination.
Yeah.
I think she threw the straight left hand and hit it and cleaned up with the right hook. That was it.
And then people said, why didn't she fight that way versus Clarissa? Talk to him, coach. Tell him his levels.
Carissa be moving around too fast, man. See, Carissa got a speed advantage on these girls, man. You know that's why she's able to get off like that. Especially those bigger girls, you know, keep moving up in weight like that. She's gonna carry some of that same hand speed with her. And bigger girls just can't keep up. You get hand speed, too much skill, man. You know what I mean? So that's why her and Michaela Mayer, that may be a better fight because they got a little bit more skill level right there. She said she wants to fight Shadasia Green next at 168. So hey, that's a fight right there. We want to see that. People want to see that fight.
He came out of mouth and said 168.
Yeah, that was Carissa shit. She said I'll go down to 168. Which is 7 pounds. 7 pounds from where she's at right now. That's not a big drop. That's really probably what she should be at anyway. Fighting at 168.
But Shadeja, I'm excited. I'm excited for Clarissa. I think she should try to knock that fight off next.
Yeah, I think what she said.
Let,
Matter of fact,
let
she was
let
looking
Michaela
for.
get a fight at 160.
She said Michaela at 162, but she didn't want to do it at catch weight. He said she'll fight Michaela at 162, 163. Shadasia she'll fight at 168. She was looking for Shadasia in the arena, but I guess she didn't show up. I guess she was gonna call up in the ring, and do a little face off in the ring or whatnot. But if they were gonna do all that, she should have sent her tickets and let her know. She should have had her sitting ringside if that was the plan. You got to set those things up. You're setting everything else up. You're setting up reality shows and Zeus boxing. Make sure Shadasia Green is sitting ringside at your fight. Set that up. You know what I'm saying? And then that way, when you win, call up in the ring. Let's get it on. Because Carissa, she ain't never gonna get the full credit because they're gonna always discredit her because they be like, well, there ain't no competition. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna give her backhanded compliments.
You already know that, coach.
Yeah, they're gonna say, well, ain't no competition, you know what I'm saying? You really fighting people you already beat, so we want to see something else.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be damned if you do, damned if you don't.
That's right.
Because she should get full credit. She should get full credit for the Shadeja fight.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a good fight right there. Somebody young, he's not too over the hill, big puncher. You know what I'm saying? Comes in shape, so they should get it on, man. He signed with MVP promotion. They shouldn't have no problem making that fight right there. There should be no hiccups, nothing. You know,
Mm,
uh, Carissa got money. Shadeja got money behind her too. That should be the fight.
I'm with you on that. Yeah, I'm with you. Hopefully they make it happen. Shout out to my brother Emma Queen putting up. I do believe we will get God willing, Shadeja 168 and then Michaela May at 162, some form of catch weight. That way Michaela can still fight for the 168 title.
Yeah,
So that
yeah,
way if she does win, she gets an accolade for that tall of that tough of a feat coming from 130.
facts. And we get Baumgartner versus Dubois. Those are the fights that we need for 26.
Baumgartner moving up or Dubois cutting that weight.
Well, it's 5 pound difference between them, right?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, man. I guess if Dubois wants it, you gonna have to go get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baumgartner, she's the champ, so I guess she's gonna be calling the shots, man.
I really want to see like Dubois versus like Chantel Cameron.
That'd be a good fight.
Yeah, that's really a fight I want to see. But Bumgarner does need some smoke. I wonder if she gonna do a Leonardo 2 trilogy. I was thinking about that the other day.
Yeah, all good fights. All good
But
fights.
she gonna leave Christina alone for sure.
Now, Bill about to start doing his rounds, man. He about to start going all the YouTube channels again. Trying to push this Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia fight across the line. How does that fight get across the line? It's gonna be a lot of politics, a lot of red tape to get that fight across the line.
That's a easy let me just say this real quick, coach. And shout out to Bill. Um that's a really a easy fight to get over the line.
Okay, so the Turkey Al Sheet, does he restructure Devin Haney contract because $14 million, that's not enough compensation for Ryan Garcia fight. Do you agree?
Uh Up front, I'm gonna say I would take that.
Okay,
If you
yeah,
think now, if that's and then he should have some form of options, or DHB's promotional company should be getting some form of like the overall pay per view sales. They should get a
yeah.
percentage.
You know
But
what? Because
14 million starting
the,
point, I'm good with
yeah,
that.
yeah. Cause I think I don't. They didn't make that much in the first fight, did they?
That's what the report's saying that the pay per views didn't do great.
I
Nah, they
think they
didn't do
wound
great.
up making maybe 12 million a piece, something like that.
Yeah, maybe a little less. But they
Yeah,
had to
but
make. But they had to make something in that ballpark because their guarantees were. I mean, Devin was guaranteed with 12 million for the first Ryan rematch, and then for the potential trilogy, another 14.
oh, see,
So,
okay, yes,
because you
that could
remember
be a
that
good starting point.
his three
14
fight
mil.
deal. Yeah, his 3 fight deal was including Ryan last year.
Okay, well maybe they right back to square one then.
Right, right. So it's we're gonna see it. We're gonna hopefully we can get a decision here within the next week or so. We don't want to wait all. We don't want to be waiting.
Yeah, I just don't trust Oscar De La Hoya, man. Oscar De La Hoya, he gonna throw something in the game. You know what I'm saying? I just way this dude been moving lately, man. He gonna throw something in the mix. And I just don't have. I'm not confident that this fight is gonna get across the line. I think they're
Oh,
gonna
with
try to
with
progress
Devin
it.
and Ryan.
Yeah, I'm not confident. I think they're
Nah,
gonna. I
you
think
was no, hold on. I understand why you're not confident. but they put up the money the first time and everybody signed.
Yeah.
So who else is putting up the money for the fight? Now they can make Devin and Ryan. So they're going to make Devin and Ryan.
But it seems like Shakur is trying to be trying to run an interception. You know what I'm saying? Like in football, when you throw a pass,
No, it
they make
looks
it
like Ryan is negotiating, coach. That's really
negotiated
what it
with Devin or
is.
negotiated with Shakur. He using
He's
Shakur as
negotiating with the zone.
okay.
Because if I
So
tell you I don't want the Devin fight, you're gonna have to offer me something that to make me take the fight.
yeah, so he using Shakur kind of like a play, huh?
Come on.
A play
Of
to get extra
course. Number
bread.
3 pound for pound.
Okay, well, let's say they do move in the Shakur direction. Who gonna pay for that fight? Turkey LC gonna pay for that?
Exactly.
And see,
Exactly.
Dev,
They're not doing it. The money is gonna come for the Devin and Ryan. They're gonna go with that fight first. That's the unification of 147.
all right, but
Cause
if I
they
restructure,
want because that's the biggest fight for the zone and really boxing outside of Tank and Devin.
but if I'm Devin, I try to get that deal restructured. I try to get make sure a rematch clause, a two-way rematch clause is in play. That way, both guys got a rematch clause. That way, that's a guaranteed 2 paydays. You see what I'm saying? Both of
Yeah,
them is
that's how they had it.
champions.
That's how they had it the first time.
But see, Devin. But Ryan
No,
Garcia
not the
didn't have
first
no.
time. My apologies. The second go round.
Yeah,
Because
Ryan
Ryan,
Garcia
yeah.
don't have a belt. He don't have a belt now. So to
But see,
me,
he
I'm
got
like
his
two.
second fight out of the way. So
Yeah,
we
see
got to
now he
see
got
if they can go back to the table. You see
he
what I'm
got a
saying?
belt. They should come back to the table and try to renegotiate. Say, look, it's a 2 fight deal, a 2 way rematch clause. So
Hmm.
either way, whoever win the fight, they can activate a rematch clause, and
I like that.
you lock it in. You know what I'm saying? You lock it in. 2 fight deal or $30 million, something like that, or whatever. However y'all want to word it, and negotiate it.
Yeah,
Then you paid, man. 30, 35 mil, whatever. You know what I'm saying? 2 fight deal, 35, $40 million. Or whoever win, maybe to get the winner gets the lion's share on the rematch. You know how they word it. Whoever win, they gonna get the lion's share or whatever. But Oscar De La Hoya, if you go back to the table, he gonna try to renegotiate to get Ryan most of the money.
Oh yeah, no question.
Yeah,
And look, and he could say we could do this or do that. Listen, they not doing nothing without the zone. The
yeah.
zone is
Cause
calling the shots.
I thought Oscar De La Hoya re-signed with his own
They haven't announced, but it's in the works.
because
Yeah,
I because I
they haven't announced, but
I
it's in
know
the works.
Eddie Hearns re-signed. Then Eddie Hearns signed him with
Yeah,
his
he
own.
did.
I
Yeah,
think
he
another
did.
5 year extension or something.
One down. Yep, 5 years.
Yeah, so Eddie Hearns got on board.
Yep, he got a 5 year extension. Good move. Yeah, he locked in with his own. So yeah, we just got to see, man. We just got to see how everything play out. Yeah, it's listen, we in a good position in the sport of boxing right now. It's gonna be a good weekend coming up. And we just had a lot of good fights. So hopefully we get final notice on who these guys is fighting. We'll be back. We're gonna cook pretty much all week. Unless something comes up. I appreciate everybody that tapped the like button and helped us grow, that followed the channel, that blessed the Cash App, that blessed us financially. I see Tyrone may get an ESPN deal again. Ooh, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Top rank back with ESPN. ESPN still in the sport of boxing. I would love that. I would love that. But Paramount is really moving and stepping right now, y'all. Paramount Plus and Zuffa Boxing, signing Conor Ben, taking off Jao Patai off the board. Right now, we're gonna see how this all plays out. But It's is exciting coming up. I think we got Ja coming up in March, so that's good for us. So let's just keep building and keep working. I appreciate Coach Eddie. Appreciate everybody that pulled up and hit the panel today. Listen,
All right, brother. Salute.
appreciate you, Coach. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network. Appreciate everybody in the chat too. Listen, the grind don't stop. We're gonna keep working. We're gonna be back. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. God bless y'all. Let's go green.
All right, is you motherfuckers finished? Y'all finished? You silly motherfuckers. You got to be soldiers, all right? Soldiers. Not clowns, goddammit. Drive, and you shut the fuck up.